Now high diving can shine brightly together. We are taking these sports to greater heights than ever before, and we're not just referring to the height of the platforms. High diving is thrilling the crowd, and we're reaching record highs in terms of TV, print, and web-based exposure. Despite a commonly held belief that high divers are daredevils, these athletes are amongst the most disciplined and well-trained in the world. This sport is truly professional, with clear regulations and codes to ensure its place in history.
Then when you're ready, you write it.
The rules derive from diving, and the skills are performed in a similar fashion, with the exception of landing feet first. Former Olympic divers and Olympic medalists have successfully transitioned to high diving, which demonstrates the high technical standard we're seeing in competitions. Diving and high diving already play a vital role together. These two codes will continue to support each other in a thriving community of international athletes. There are three pathways to consider for the future development of athletes. Firstly, there are junior pathways with feet-first competitions from 10-metre platforms in conjunction with dives from 16 metres. Secondly, there are great opportunities for elite divers transitioning to high diving. Thirdly, the maintenance and development of skills for active high divers. High diving can provide career opportunities and a lifestyle choice which importantly keeps people actively involved in aquatic sports. Hosting high diving competitions can be a new and attractive way to put your federation and your country on the map. This sport makes for exciting viewing for the spectators on site. At one location in France, there was an impressive turnout of 70,000 enthralled spectators. In addition, it provides exhilarating action for the TV audiences. One new and exciting prospect is the portable diving pool, which was used for the very first time at the FINA World Championships in Budapest. And what makes this pool so unique? It gives you the potential to take it to where the crowds are. It can be conveniently placed in front of famous backdrops, such as the Eiffel Tower or London Tower Bridge, which of course provides spectacular images. In summary, high diving events can have a tremendous economic effect on your nation. Be sure, diving and high diving is here to stay.
Well, I think you can all agree that was a great demonstration of how spectacular high diving can be. Now, the woman standing in the middle of the picture is the FINA World Champion in high diving, Rhiannon Ifland. Now, of course, the benefits of having high diving in your program, you can increase your medal tally. Some nations in Budapest, for example, did not receive medals in other aquatic disciplines, but managed to pick up medals in high diving, which of course is a great benefit to the country and the federation. Now, the man standing on the top right-hand corner, or left-hand corner, is Steve LeBou from the United States of America, the FINA World Champion this year. Now, when you increase your medal tally, that potentially gives you the option to access more funding. And with more funding, you can invest that money into facilities. So the image of the facility is in Austria, Area 47. So a very comprehensive installation, a 27-metre tower, a hydraulic platform that can move from 10 metres up to 20 metres, which is crucial to develop new high divers. And also it has 3 metre, 5 metre, 7 metre platforms. The point being is that is of benefit to diving and high diving, so both disciplines can train together. Also, a very media-friendly sport. The image on the bottom is Orlando Duque, the winner of the very first FINA World Championships in the discipline of high diving. And you can see he's just mauled by the spectators, and the media really tend to gravitate towards this sport. It provides, well, spectacular images. And of course, with introducing high diving into your program, that expands the participation numbers. So high divers still use the facilities of diving pools and the expertise of diving coaches. So just reinforcing the fact that both disciplines work together in parallel, and they do so now and will so, and more so in the future. You can also introduce new styles of events and competitions into traditional diving venues. So feet first competitions for junior events from 10 metres. Also, the high divers use mini tramps as a form of training, and that just also adds a bit more exciting and a bit more fun by putting on different kinds of events in diving venues. Now, moving on to the second stage of the presentation, diving and high diving developing together. Specifically with coaches, you have elite diving coaches supporting this system, high diving experts and coaches, and trampolining. I'll go into more detail shortly. Of course, we can use the expertise of Olympic coaches to fine-tune our high diving athletes and to pass that knowledge on to high diving coaches and experts. And look, vice versa, we can use our experience in high diving to pass on the knowledge to elite diving coaches, and so both disciplines can grow together. Nice image there of Jonathan Paredes diving against the Guggenheim Museum in Spain, by the way. Then we've also got Rhiannon Ifland. She is the women's FINA world champion in the discipline of high diving. She comes from a background of elite diving and trampolining. So in trampolining, they land feet first, the same as high diving. So we can apply some of those skills that we've learned from trampolining, and the trampolining coaches can pass on the knowledge to diving coaches and high diving coaches. So working together is the key. And there are three streams to consider for high diving athletes. Junior athletes starting on 10-metre platforms, landing feet first up to 16 metres for junior athletes under the age of 18 years of age. Now we've also seen, like we saw in the video, we've got elite divers transitioning to high diving, giving them greater longevity in their career. Oletsky Pigodov from the Ukraine transitioning to high diving, Blake Aldridge as well. So just highlighting the high level of skills we have in the high diving community. Okay, we also maintain the current high divers. All right, this is my favourite part of the presentation. Look at that venue. Without a doubt, the most spectacular high diving venue we've seen. High diving is an aesthetically pleasing sport, and look at the backdrop, Parliament House, and the portable diving pool used for the very first time in elite high diving competitions. Now, it is worth investing in high diving training facilities, and they can also be used as competition venues. All right, here's an example. So Vladimir Putin actually met directly with one of our athletes, Artem Sulchenko, and he has pledged to support a high diving facility and a program in Russia. They have also installed a high diving platform in the roof of the pool in Kazan. All right, more nations getting involved. We've got Canada in Montreal. They placed platforms in the roof, and they're looking to expand the platforms into the diving pools in Toronto and a more comprehensive facility in the very near future. In England, they also have a 16-metre, 20-metre and a 24-metre platform. They're also looking to professionalise and improve the standard of the facility there as well. Once again, highlighting Austria, that is the venue with the hydraulic platform, so you can move from 10 metres to 20 metres. Also, it's worth keeping in mind that we have pre-existing outdoor pools, so you have the possibility to place high diving platforms within the new rules of FINA. So, of course, building swimming pools and diving pools is very costly, very expensive. So as a start, that gives you an option to build platforms and towers around the outdoor pool. So keep that in mind. Some examples of other high diving competitions. So in Abu Dhabi, this was a multi-purpose venue, open water swimming as well as high diving. The very first venue that we held with FINA in Barcelona in 2013 at the World Championships, and that was built into the arena downtown. Now, the interesting thing about Kazan, the water depth was only 2 to 3 meters, but they managed to solve that problem very quickly with earth-moving equipment digging the water out to 8 to 9 meters deep. The image on the bottom of the screen just shows you the reverse image, how the divers are diving against the beautiful backdrop of Kazan and the cathedral there. One more example of the competition venue in Mexico. And for me, this is the most exciting prospect for the future of high diving. The portable diving pool by Merthyr Pools. You can take it to where the people are. You can take it to where the famous monuments are. And that is the key of this diving pool. And the next images will highlight how the pool can be applied to other cities and countries around the world. So we could set it up, New York, Times Square, use your imagination, downtown in Prague. I mean, this is very important. So you have those spectacular images of the high dives against the iconic Gothic cathedral, and you can see the downtown square. It will be filled with people. You can build stadiums, and of course it has a huge economic effect. Bars, cafes, hotels, restaurants. Most importantly, the images are beamed around the world and seen by millions and millions of people, putting your nation, putting your federation on the map. Okay, it's a little out of scale, but it's the Eiffel Tower. You can set the pool up there. Once again, use your imagination. Downtown Dubai, if you have open park spaces, yes, maybe it's out of scale with the high-rise buildings, but the idea is, think where you can place the pool and the tower with a aesthetically pleasing backdrop or skyline downtown. Now, China is the greatest nation in diving, and I'm extremely excited to think about the prospect of Chinese high divers